What's up? Welcome to the Draftkingsnbadfs NBA 6 minutes for 010719 by, of course, Invisible DFS. Guys, we're gonna jump to segment 1 and see how the guys did the night before. Anyway, before I started, I hope you guys did good in football and also basketball. But let's jump to it, man. It was just a bad day. I mean, as far as the night before, you have Miami from the get-go get blown out by ATL, one of the worst team in the NBA, and they couldn't cover. So that was a bad game, basically for every starters in this game. The bench players actually was the one who did okay. Uh, Whiteside only 11. That's the thing about playing Whiteside because if he started bad, most likely there's a chance he might not even play much anymore. Basically, everybody did bad. The only people that come close to return their value is Biombo. He got 5.6x, and that's actually really bad because when it's time for a cheap guy, I don't really look at the 5.6x. I look at him giving me about 25 to 30. That's what I'm looking at when I pick a cheap guy, not 6x, more like a 10x or something like that. So the total was 114. That's probably the worst day as far as since I start the segment show. So we're just gonna have to forget about this night. Hopefully you guys did way better than I did. So we're gonna jump to segment 2 and see the 5 players as far as the price differences between the two sites, DK and FG sites. Of course, the price differences of 1K. So let's jump to segment 2 and so as far as the 5 players that I have Capella is 9K and 7.5K in DK. I love that price. 1K differences. Carly Stein, it's 5.9K. I also like that price. Actually, if it was possible to play 4 centers in DK, it would be one of those days where you want to play 4 centers because there's a lot of cheap centers on DK. Bledsoe also 5.9K. Love that price in DK. Collinson 6.2. He has been really better lately. That's why his price went up. Actually, it's actually 6.6 in FD. That's why his price went up because it has been decent lately. But the price in TK 5.2, I love that. And of course, Millsap. Millsap is the guy that can give you a little bit of everything at 5.4 and looks like his minute is trending up. So Millsap is the guy I'm looking forward to play. So let's go ahead and do the what I call the main ingredient of the segment, where we go to the DK website and look at the 5 players, which including of 3 calls, 1 chip, and the star of the segment. So for the first guy, I'm looking at Tim Hardaway Jr. with that price and with the value we get. That's a guy definitely I'm looking forward to play. Tim Hardaway Jr. at 6.5K against Portland. He's playing on the West Coast, 6.5K. Tim Hardaway will be the first core player that I play. I believe that's his first game against Portland this year. But the fact that that's a guy that plays in the mid 30s to high 30s in minutes, and that will take a lot of shots. You know, you just hope that he can give you a little bit of the other stats like rebound, assists, and steal and block. That's not something I'm looking for. But if he can go ahead and give you a little bit of everything as far as the other side of scoring, then definitely he will reach value. So Tim Hardaway is the guy I'm looking for to add as my core player. Second guy I'm playing as my core player is, look at my notes, guys. Yes, I'm going with my center, which is Gobert. Gobert right now is pretty cheap. Of course, that's what happens when you have a 2-3 game not playing good, but that's 7.2K against Milwaukee. Let's just hope they're coming to the East Coast, so let's just hope somehow Utah can keep that game close. But if they do, the only bad thing is who Gobert supposed to be guarding, which usually gonna take him off the paint because the center in Milwaukee, this guy love to shoot threes, Lopez. So that could hurt Gobert a little bit, but at that price, I gotta take the chance. So Gobert will be a core player for me for tonight NBA DFS. And I'm going right back at the center for my third call. I'm going to Capella at 7.5 against Denver. The last time they played, he did pretty good. I think he had them on high 30s. But if he can give us his average, which is 40 at 7.5, I would love that. And hopefully he can get even more. And the fact that now he's playing right now, and this time you don't have the next two scorer for Houston. So basically, he's the second scorer right now since CP3 is not there. And of course, Gordon also is out. So Capella right now, his minutes should be fine. Uh, so, and very athletic guy. So I'm expecting him. Hopefully, he can get at least 40 or somewhere between 40 and 50s or even more. So Capella will be my third guy. As far as the cheap guy, uh, yes, I know this guy last time because he just got to excuse me, guys. He just got to this team and he only played 7 minutes because it was a blowout. That's why he got those minutes actually. So most likely he wasn't gonna play any. But hopefully now he get the practice with the team and learn the playbook a little bit. So Justin Holiday is the guy I actually really want. I'm hoping that somehow he get to be in the starting lineup. So Justin Holiday, I'm going back to him. That's the guy I want to play right now. If somehow I decided to change him, um, I will come back to YouTube and of course I will post it as a comment and let you guys know who I change him to. Because there's a few other guys which I will talk about once we get to the cheap list that I could replace Justin Holiday with. But for right now, I will have him on my cheap on my as far as my cheap play. As far as my star, actually, guys, let's look at the list. Alright, guys. Actually, guys, Go Capella is my star. Alright, so somehow I mix it up. The third call actually was Bonds. Bonds is who I'm playing against Dallas as my third guy, and Capella is my star. So sorry for the mix-up. So Bonds will be against the Lakers right now at 5.1K. Last game he had a bad game last game, not against the Lakers, but even if against the Lakers because he only had 24 fantasy points. But I'm hoping here he can bounce back and have a better game. So Bonds will be my third guy, and then Capella is my star at 7.5K. So I left you guys feel a lot. I didn't go with Harden, Davis, or Giannis. I mean, the thing about it, if you guys still want to play one of those guys, for example, even if you go play a Harden, you can still do that and still have a 4.1K left for two players. And there are some good cheap players you guys can use to fill that lineup. So if you don't, and let's say if you go with the cheapest of the 3 stars, if you go to Giannis, you still got a 4.4. So you can do different things because there's so many values left. So but as far as And this lineup itself, I'm not gonna have any of those guys because there's other guys that are like a little bit better. So, like Doncic, Luca, I like him. He's 7.7K. Aldridge is not a guy like against Detroit because they're gonna need bigs to play against those two guys. So, Detroit is not that good as far as defensively against big guys. So that's not a guy that you can. If you want to play Davis, you can do that. So you can do so many different things with that lineup. You have Gordon is actually really cheap. Those are some other guys that I like, and stuff like that. So basically, guys, that's my 5 players. I have Capella again. He's my star at 7.5K because this lineup, it's not. I know I didn't do it as a. It's more like a lineup where I got a lot of guys in the mid. No guys in that lineup gonna be over 8K. So let's go ahead and jump to the cheap list so you guys can see who I have on my cheap list. The cheap list, I have Bonson. He went off last game for 40 fantasy points. Lance also had a good game, but also it was a blowout. That could be one of the reasons that he has a little bit more minutes. But at the same time, even the game before, he still had like 26 fantasy points. So Turner, if Mo Harkless is out, then he's in play. Bullock still playing a lot of minutes as a starter. So that's another guy I'm looking as far as my cheap play that I could replace Justin Holiday with. Jackson, he's been getting minutes lately. Uh, has been getting good minutes, including 40 fantasy points last game. So that's another guy that that's the problem with the Kings because they have so many players they can play. Uh, and then as far as Michael Green has been good with his own. Michael Green has been really good. The thing is, he just doesn't play that much minutes, but if he's limited minutes, he still do really good. Justin Holiday, like I said, if somehow he enter in the starting lineup at 2.5K, he will be a must. But even if he doesn't enter the starting lineup, but if somehow we know for sure he will play in the mid 20s, it will definitely be my cheap play. Even if I don't get no news on him, I still want to take the chance because I see him definitely playing more minutes than he did. Because this guy is a guy that do a little bit of everything, so I would like to see him playing at least in the mid 20s. And then of course Napier, he's played over 20 minutes three in the last 3 games, and even this guy been playing minutes, and he even have 51 fantasy points 3 games ago. I didn't even know that till I look it up today. Like, there's no way anybody would think this guy had a 51 fantasy point this year. That is amazing when you think the caliber of player he is. So basically, that's it, guys. That's the list. As always, I wish you guys the best. Good luck. Thank you for checking out my vids. Thank you for checking out the segment show. Like I said earlier, I hope you guys had a great weekend in fantasy or in not just fantasy, but of course, just having a great weekend. Hey, don't spend money that you guys cannot afford to lose. Tune on your notification, subscribe, and I'm out, guys. I'll see you on the other side.